In a city of danger, in a city of crime, a city becomes corrupted. Hope had been beckoning down. Criminals run rampant. A laughing jester, a short man with umbrellas, a voluptuous feline, and more likely other villains hidden behind a counter, or some hidden behind a conundrum. There is only one man, two guardian angels that stand upon the city of Gotham. They will protect it with nothing at risk. They are the deputized citizens of Gotham. They are deputized citizens to protect all of the city that becomes rampant with crime. They are the protectors of this great city, and nothing will ever stop them from getting their job done every single day of the week. My friends, we are going to travel back in time, travel back to the past. And no, we're not going to play those shitty games that suck ass. We are going back to the past to visit one of my favorite all-time Batman series and my own personal favorite Batman, which will be explained why in the video. But join me, my friends, as we will take a look back at the past at one of my favorite Batman series. Come on and say it with me. Let's all dive into my favorite Batman series, that is. Greetings, geeks and nerds, and ladies universe, and I'm White and Nerdy. And today, yes, we are talking about Batman 66, but not the entire series as it is, because that will take me forever to get through. If you guys want me to do a season 2 and also season 3 review, we'll see how this video does, and let's get this video at least about 15 to 20 likes, and if that's true, then I will go on and review the second season. But let's talk about the funny thing about how this legendary series was officially made, including what actually happened in the ending process that made this series as silly and goofy, but memorable as it was. Did you know that this series was actually A-okayed and brought to mind by a legendary photographer and also magazine enthusiast, Hugh Hefner? That is not a joke. Hugh Hefner was the one that went to Bob Kane and told him that he should push Batman to be shown on NBC, and thus the NBC network would buy Batman. But Batman had his history of ups and downs, and this is definitely a case of what could have been, but was sadly not the finished product, and especially with season 1. See, season 1 originally had to have a much more darker, sinister tone. They wanted to go for the more sinister tone of Batman. That was more relevant, especially the one made by definitely Neil Adams, and I forget the writer or whatever on the series that became a darker tone of Batman to go back to his original origins. But this series did try to do that. The very first episode had Batman basically, in a sense, kill someone and also solve a murder. This was not happy with the NBC executives, so it had to be put down to a lighter tone, which lived on in infamy that still exists to this day, which still have a huge cult following and a huge cult standing. So, yeah, if you can believe it, this series was supposed to be a lot darker than it meant to be. But let's talk about more of the obscurity things that actually ended up happening in this series as we talk about the legendary series that is Batman. So, let's talk about the very kind of unoriginal plot, but it gets the point across very well. The plot of this series is actually a simple one. Batman and Robin are deputized officers of the law and are called upon by Commissioner Gordon whenever a crime is committed throughout Gotham City. Now, I know that a lot of people prefer the other Batman, the brooding Commissioner Batman or the brooding Dark Knight Detective, but honestly, I love Adam as Batman. Adam brought with him a charm that no one could master, and he was really the great of a Dark Knight, or as some people refer to him as a Bright Knight. But something that creatively that the series did well was not having the same villain reappear more than once in the same week. They would change villains every week. Say what you want about the NBC officials, but they did make quite an excellent actually full of casting characters. But the plot, like I said, was kind of very original, and it was something that actually stuck to other TV shows. Primarily, the one that kind of is inspired by Batman is Batman: The Brave and the Bold, like having Batman team up with a different hero every single week that we would see Batman: The Brave and the Bold back on Cartoon Network. It chilled to show you like how far that this series had went. Speaking of Batman the Brave and the Bold, in my top favorite episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold in the show of the night, Julie Newmar and Adam West return in infamy to voice Thomas and Martha Kent. Wayne, why the fuck did I do Superman there for a minute there? I must have been thinking of Batman v Superman. That was my apologies. But it goes to show you just how much infamy came out from this, and especially since this series was basically, in a sense, low budgeted, kind of, that they had some of the best character actors that they could grab in this series. I think that Paul Dini and Bruce Timm and Andre Romano took references from this series because they hired some great character actors to play these characters in the series. So, then there's actually a lot of them in this series. Let's break them down into every single villain that appeared in this series. We're going to go with the ones that did appear. We're not going to list every single time that they appeared. But let's break down the list. Let's talk about the characters in this series. The series had a guest star as Adam West, who still lives on in infamy to this day, who was my favorite Bright Knight detective and favorite Batman personally. Adam has a charm that will never be mastered by anybody, and I think the reason is because you believe his sincerity that he wants to protect the fair city of Gotham, the city that born him. Adam doesn't want what happened to his parents happen to anyone else, and he will go to tooth and nail to prevent that from happening in his fair city while protecting it from criminals. While many would argue that Adam is a lot lesser than the other actor that would play Batman, I have to say I really do enjoy Adam, but more on that later. Burt Ward played Adam's partner in crime, Dick Grayson, and there is something funny to be said about Burt Ward, especially in the role of Robin. Not only was the great Burt Ward a master and black belt in karate and martial arts, he was also very small, so in fact that they were wondering if he'd ever grow. Definitive to say, the boy wonder never did grow, so the role of Robin was handled for him throughout the majority and rest of the time being and the rest of the Fantastic series. The talented and charismatic Riddler was played by the iconic Frank Gorshin, and I gotta hand it to Mr. Gorshin because he is probably my favorite Riddler next to John Glover.
He lent it to me for a show, but Mr. Peel, we saw him take it from you at gunpoint. Gunpoint?
Burgess Meredith plays the amazing Penguin, and I gotta hand it to Burgess Meredith. He handled Penguin like a professional, and in fact was a lot of people's favorite villain in the series.
Oh, it's very simple, my little gosling. I'm going to unleash the most bizarre, senseless barrage of umbrellas onto Gotham City.
Then, just as legendary, you have the legendary Cesar Romero as the incomparable Joker. To which there is something funny that must be said about Cesar's Joker. The actor behind the Joker, Cesar Romero, had a very luscious and sexy mustache that no one really could master. This man had a pretty impressive mustache if you go and look at pictures of him for his actor profile. He had a pretty good mustache. For the series, everyone on Batman 66 asked Cesar Romero politely to shave his mustache, to which Cesar Romero kept telling them he would not shave his mustache. So they had to kind of cover his mustache with white face paint for the Joker. And there are a lot of spots throughout Batman 66 where you can see his sexy mustache hidden underneath white paint. For the love of God, I love Cesar Romero, but he should have shaved his mustache. I mean, come on, man, it's just a mustache. It will grow back eventually. Unless it's like Bobo, where his mustache gives him superpowers, then that is just fucking awesome. Jokes aside, however, I love Cesar Romero as Joker. He will always remain one of my favorite Jokers, very similar to the talented and incredible Mark Hamill.
Anonymous nemesis, let's see who you are behind that mask
There's also the amazing and luscious and also, yes, sexy Julie Newmar as Catwoman. And my god, this woman still looks good even at 90.
Woman is not like the others. I'll show you how to clip Batman and Robin's wings. I will prevail. Oh, joy, success, and revenge. All wrapped up into one sweet.
Happy belated birthday to the amazing Julie Newmar, and also God bless you for being 90 years old, and here's to years more, honey. And also, again, she still looks good for her age. Victor Bono as the amazing and incomparable King Tut. While a goofy villain, Victor Bono does him with justice, and he does a great job.
Your Royal Highness.
Phase 2 will now be put into being. Are there any questions?
Again, Victor Bono was kind of a goofy villain to be brought into the series, but he handled it like a charm and a master, and he reappeared more than once throughout the series. But also the series made King Tut a tragic villain, and in fact he's actually a professor at Gotham College who actually got conked on the head to believe he was the King Tut Pharaoh. But out of all the villains from Season 1 that I officially love, and I love them all, there was one villain who caught me by surprise who only made one debut cameo in this series, and honestly I can kind of understand why, because this guy was pretty much an acting legend, and he would go on to play a lot more roles throughout his history, but he would actually return to Batman, but not as the same villain. He would return as the Mad Hatter, and that is one and only one of my favorite personal character actors of all time. That would be the incredible Roddy McDowall as the amazing and incomparable, the sinister Bookworm.
Books. That's the secret of my success. Books. Oh, I read them all. Funny. Oh, here's a nightingale.
But I love Roddy McDowall, and I have to give him credit that he did a good job with what he was handled. In fact, even though it was only pretty much a small role to his minor history that he would have in cinema as a total. The first season would actually end up becoming a hit, becoming one of NBC's most popular and actually pretty much demanded series, and in fact in Season 2, everything just gets better, including having more character actors involved, including having the most famous episode with the incomparable, legendary, and wonderful performer of Liberace. And no, that is not a joke. They would even get more character actors such as Vincent Price and others that would go down in the cinematic history, especially in this series. And Season 2 would be a bigger hit than the original season was. So, with that all, and also, this series would soon have a movie that would become a blockbuster success for the film's hit for both the series and also the actor's legendary. But I don't own the movie to officially talk about it yet. But how do I feel about Batman 66 in a total? Or Batman the series? Well, it's still one of my all-time favorite Batman series. And not because of the goofy acting or the goofy writing or anything like that. The characters in it do a very well done job. No, in fact, the hats off have to go to the legendary and amazing Adam West for his portrayal as Batman. While I love Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer, and especially Kevin Conroy, I have to give credit where credit is due to the amazing Adam West because of his performance as Batman. You want to know why? Because Adam West is in fact the Batman that you can look up to, the one that you can go up to on the street, the one that you know who will protect you from any harm that is there. Very similar to the amazing Christopher Reeves as Superman, this Batman is a Batman you can look up to and a Batman that you can be damn proud of, and especially all these years later, I'm damn proud of him. Now, of course, you're free to do what you want. You can make fun of this beloved iconic series, the beloved and iconic duo, and you can make fun of the amazing, incomparable, and especially goofy acting of the entire series. But rest be assured that this series is still to this day pretty damn awesome in my opinion. Well, of course, the fight scenes were kind of moronic, and in fact, a lot of the other character actors in this can be forgotten and unmemorable, such as Face and Mad Hatter and Mr. Freeze, who they would change over 3 to 4 times throughout the entire frickin' series. And in fact, they wanted Mr. Freeze to occur more throughout the series, but just keep that in mind up here. But if you guys want me to talk about season 2, I will happily be happy to do so. But of course, I would have to actually wait to see how this video does. And if it does pretty good, and if it gets to 15 to 20 likes on this video, then I will check out the review season 2 for you guys. But as a total, Batman season 1 was not supposed to be the cinematic hit that it was supposed to be. It basically was supposed to be a live action version of Batman the Animated Series. But it did well for the time being, bringing on a huge success and also being one of Mark Hamill's personal favorite Batman series. Yeah, that is how good it is, and it is mine too. And in fact, if people want to pick on it, I will join Mark Hamill in taking you all on. I will slap fight you all. But all jokes aside, I do want to say a happy belated birthday to the amazing and legendary Julie Newmar, who had celebrated her 90th birthday. And in fact, when I saw pictures of her up on Twitter, I was still impressed by how good that this woman looked, especially for her age. She is still the cat's meow. But anyways, this is still one of my favorite Batman series. Well, of course, Kevin Conroy is legendary in his own right, same like Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, and a little bit of Ben Affleck. We don't talk about the other one that we don't deal with anymore. The one that destroyed the Batman legacy. And no, in case people are wondering, it is not the amazing Dietrich Balder. No, it's the other one, GC. We don't talk about GC. I feel like going into Disney territory like, we don't talk about GC, no. But, as a total, Batman, the series, or Batman 66, or whatever that you want to call it, the Adam West Batman series, is still one of my preferred Batman series, and I go back and watch it every day of the week. While, yes, I grew up with reruns of this series, Adam West is still my personal favorite Batman, right next to Kevin Conroy. He is legendary in his own right for being a Batman that anyone can look up to, Gotham's White Knight, and especially the one that Gotham needed during the time of crime and rampant. So, go out and enjoy yourself some Batman 66 if you can. While it's goofy, comedic, and not supposed to be the dark tone series that it is, I still love it for what it's worth, and you guys should check it out if you can. While I would love to dive into season 2 and 3 here, and especially talk about the legendary movies, which I don't own at the moment, I would love to, but I have several different things to do. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And as always, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, do you cherish any memories of the Batman 66 series? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you seen it or haven't you seen it? And if you haven't seen it, then did I interest you enough to go and check it out? Yeah, I hope that I actually have, truthfully. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And also like this video. And make sure, if you want to see me talk about Season 2, that this video reaches 15 to 20 likes, even if you have to force people to sit down in front of their own cell phone, computer screen, tablet screens. You just sit them right there and Clockwork Orange them style until they succumb to the goofy Batman. Or the legendary Batman in my regards. A lot of people call Adam the goofy Batman, but it goes with his own territory. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And in case this Batman didn't tempt you, I have something that could tempt you all to succumbing to the world of Batman. Did you know Batman had some sexy dance moves? Not everyone is destined and blessed to have those amazing dance moves. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Blazing Universe. Everyone nerdy. Keep eking on. And as always, guys, take care. And possibly for the future, holy second season, Batman. And until next time.